Hello, you. It's me. And I was watching Gaining Ground or Gigi's live stream about just breezing and how upset he was at the hypocrisy that someone she was talking to was using the face of blackface. And then he started talking about, haven't you ever heard of Al Jolson? Go look it up. It's disgusting. And I agree that blackface isn't a good thing, not necessarily a good thing, but besmirching the name of Al Jolson, who is beloved by the black community, I think that maybe, Gigi, you need to do some research, because people of color, African Americans, black people, whatever you want to call it, they loved Al Jolson. He gave tribute to their music, to their songs. And he, in fact, was the only white person ever allowed in one of the most popular Harlem clubs, black clubs. He was the only white guy that was allowed to go in because they loved him so much. Even when he died, they lined the streets to pay tribute back to him. And in fact, Al Jolson isn't the only one. There was also Eddie Cantor. Eddie Cantor was loved by the black population. In fact, he and Sammy Davis Jr., they met, I think it might have been at a hospital, I'm not sure. But they got to talking and realized just how much being Jewish and being black were very similar in the ways that they were treated, and was one of the reasons why Sammy Davis Jr. became Jewish. Because of one of the reasons anyway, was his great friendship with Eddie Cantor. In fact, Eddie Cantor had a show, and he was allowed to bring Sammy Davis Jr. on for one episode. And instead, he brought him in for 6. Because that's the kind of guy that he was. And mind you, he didn't have it easy. People think Jewish people have it so easy in entertainment. There were a lot of Jewish people. Both Al Jolson and Eddie Cantor were Jewish. But they were never disrespectful to their black counterparts. They loved their black counterparts. And they brought them in. They brought them in and treated them equally, which seems hard to understand now, but in those days, 30s, 40s, even 50s, not all black entertainers were treated equally. A lot of them had to come from the back door. They could never walk through the main entrance. And Eddie Cantor and Al Jolson both made sure that they were respected. So some dumb idiot puts a picture of blackface on their screen doing an interview or whatever they were doing. To be honest, I didn't watch much of the live stream because I got so incensed by saying such nasty things about Eddie Cantor. Well, not Eddie Cantor, but Al Jolson. And it was also a disrespect to Eddie Cantor because they were beloved. What they did was a tribute to black people that was acceptable at that time. And even what they did wasn't acceptable, and they didn't care because they cared about their fellow actors and singers and actresses, and they treated them like equals, which was something that wasn't done at that point. So Gigi, maybe you need to go and do your research and learn your history, and don't besmirch the name of Al Jolson. Because you're wrong there. A lot of people are wrong there. Blackface wasn't always just to make fun of people or to make fun of the black population and act like they're idiots. That wasn't what they did. They were very respectful, and they were loved, and they loved them back. It was an amazing thing in history that maybe you should learn about before you speak about such a topic. Okay? Anyway, that's all I got to say.